Oh my goodness. That was very unexpected. Gracie Ghosty, how are you doing? How was your stream? Oh my gosh. I was just getting set up here. What did you guys get up to? Welcome in, everybody. My name is Casey. I'm about to do some warm-up sketches. But you guys go give Gracie Ghosty a follow. Thank you so much for that follow, Painted Flip, or Painted Puffling, sorry. I'm also bad at reading whenever I get at Twitch. These are not Bison, just in case you're wondering. This was last month's sketches. We are about to start a brand new folder and do some for this this month, I guess. How is everybody doing? Hold on, let me scroll up and say, I haven't even said hi to my own chat yet. So hello, chat. Everybody was waiting on me. Sorry that I didn't have a chance to like turn the mic on. I usually wait 10 minutes before starting my stream just because there tends to be ads and I don't know how long it takes for everybody. So that's kind of the new system here. But how's everyone doing today? Thanks for being here, Walsh Jenny and Sir Lord Custard. Oh my gosh, you guys have great names. Gracie, I hope if you had any like art you want to share, any links or anything, I'd love to show them off on screen. For anyone who's new here, I guess while I wait to see if Gracie's got a link, or social media is fine too. Hold on, I'm usually a little more prepared than this. Not today. Here. For anyone who's never been here, my name is Casey and I'm trying to get into book illustration. So what I do in the mornings is we do warm-up streams, but in the afternoons I work on usually digital illustration of some kind. These are some pieces I've finished recently on stream. I might be working on this one, finishing this one up today. I didn't quite get a chance to finish that last month, but yeah, so anyway, we'll see. But I'm about to start pitching to agents this month, actually, so wish me luck. We'll see if anybody wants to work with me in the industry. It's kind of the goal. We also do like creature design stuff sometimes and sculpture, so I'm a little bit of a variety art streamer. There's a creature design. There's a sculpture. Anyway, so if you like any of that stuff, feel free to click that follow button. I really appreciate the support. I've just recently started streaming on Twitch again this year, so it's been really crazy. Like the art community here is awesome. Pasta Peas, thank you so much for that follow. But yeah, I'd love to pass on some of the art love. We're about to get started here. I'm just running a little bit behind today. Awesome Paul, Kakaria, Farmer Beige. I'm trying to say everyone's name. Dan and Milo. You guys have such a cute little raid call, Ghosty. I need to work on my raid call. Hey, Just Mac Art, how you doing? Little Birdie. Oh, Sir Lord Custard the 10th. Thank you for that follow. To submit channel points to get me to play a game. Yeah, if anybody wants, this is mostly an art stream. I don't know if somebody's already done this. I think Amaze had to run today, so I might be running the show on my own today, so pardon if I'm a bit slow. I'm not the best at moderating my own stream. But yeah, if anyone wants to donate channel points, we are doing a game. An Awesome Paul, I think that was. Thank you so much for that follow. Sorry, I don't have all my like stuff situated yet. Oh gosh, you guys are so nice. L, aka Puppies and Dogs. I love puppies and dogs. And I love that you followed. Thank you so much. You're already following. Oh, thank you, Katakira. Is that how you say your name? Thank you so much for following. I'm doing well, Gracie. Sorry, I'm behind on chat. Let me scroll down. Woke up at 2 a.m. Still feeling good. Oh my gosh, I feel you, BBM. I have not been sleeping well at all. Yes, please throw a link in chat. Sorry that I'm really behind, Gracie, if you haven't done that already. And if you have to raid and run, don't worry. I'll like go dig up your Insta or something. I know you're on the other side of the pond, aren't you? I have a friend, I don't know if he's been hanging out in your streams, Eyeless Sculptor. He was looking for more UK artists. I told him to give you a follow because I don't always make all your streams because of the time difference, but I do like to lurk on them when I can. And if you guys aren't already following Gracie Ghosty, a wonderful person, a great artist, you guys should all go give her a follow. Thank you, Hoolery Schmoolery. Thank you. We'll see how it goes. Let's see. Hey, Bickman. Hey, PJ. Hey, everybody. Hey, Paleontologist VA. How's everyone doing? Scrolling down, trying to find a link. Let's see. Oh my gosh, 4,000. Yeah, so for just in case anyone's wondering while I get a new file started, I guess. I don't normally play video games on the stream, but some people in my community have wanted to play a game with me, so I was thinking maybe of doing like a like a small easy game like Paleo Pines or something. A lot of people have been telling me to play that one. Anyway, if you'd like to donate toward that, there is a channel points fund. If we hit 100%, then I'll pick a game probably on a Sunday or something, because that's my only day off. Try and keep chat safe. No, I believe in you guys. Our Twitch is so chill. It's a great little community. Oh, that's okay. That's okay. I feel ya, BBM. Okay. I don't see a link. If I missed a link from you, Gracie, I am so sorry. Gracie is not Welsh. Did I say Welsh? In the UK, yeah. Hopefully I didn't say that. Game art is what got you interested in other art. Oh, interesting. Oh, thank you for that posture check. I do need that. I'm already hunching. Okay. Well, let's get started. Gracie, yeah, if you want to post a link, or if I missed it, I'm so sorry. I'll scroll back up and try and find it. I am not the best Twitch streamer. So you have to be a little bit, we have to be a little bit, it's like being around a child with me on the Twitches. You posted it again. Okay, thank you. I'm so sorry that I missed it. I'm not great, like I said. I don't know how I missed it. But yeah, let's look at Gracie's work, guys. If you haven't followed Gracie, where did it go? Here. This is what you're missing out on. Look at this wonderful art, guys. I mean, look at this. You could watch this get made live on Twitch. So if you're looking for another artist to follow, give Gracie a follow. Look at these. I love watching traditional media on Twitch. Like honestly, all of like traditional painters and stuff on Twitch, like yourself, really inspiring me to kind of like try some of this. Right, BBM? They really are. Like seriously, art Twitch is so skilled, and there's so many cool people like Gracie on here just like doing stuff. Look at this. It's beautiful. So beautiful. Yeah, so you guys, we'll give one more shout out just in case some folks didn't see it before. But go give Gracie Ghosty a follow. You can just click that little follow button that I should have just popped up right above chat. I'm not actually sure what the user experience is, to be honest. But just like gorgeous textures, gorgeous like realism, beautiful work, Gracie. Yeah, love it. Thank you so much for choosing me as a raid target. I'm honored, honestly. Really appreciate that. So if anyone wants to draw along with me, here's what we do here on stream. I do have a Discord where you can participate if you'd like to, but we draw together Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I have a schedule as well. You can always press ! schedule. See, this shows you how much I rely on Amaze, because usually he just does all this for me. Let's see. Still out of practice. So anyway, compliment her a bunch and she malfunctions. Oh, I can relate to that, puppies and dogs. I absolutely know how that goes. Yes, we actually talked about this quite a few times in chat recently about how artists in general, we really struggle with compliments, because we see, especially since we're just so prone to being perfectionists, you just see how far you have to go, and all you can really see in your work sometimes is the issues. And so it's really hard to accept compliments, because you're like, oh, but it could be better. And I'm trying to work on that this year, actually. I've got a lot of things I'm working on this year, like my posture, so thank you for the posture check. But I feel like I'm trying to mentally switch my thinking about those kinds of things to be like, okay, hold on, I can't like write and do things. Like when you get a compliment, I don't know, you don't like immediately saying that like, oh no, it's so bad, and deflecting it is almost like calling the person who gave you the compliment like a liar or somebody who has bad taste, which is like not what I want to be doing. But I'm also trying to flip my thinking to not be so discouraged by how far I have to go, like how behind I feel personally as like somebody who stopped drawing for like years when I was a teacher, and I just feel like I have so much catching up to do, and there's so many people who are like better. I keep doing quotes because all of this is subjective, right? Instead of feeling like down and like it's a weight on top of me about that stuff, I'm trying to flip it and have that be like a fire under me to kind of like excite me to like, oh, look at what more I can learn. Like there's all like to kind of like, because I mean that's what gets you going as a kid, right? Like when you first start drawing as a kid, you just get excited about all the stuff you have to learn, and something about like transitioning out of childhood into adulthood, you just start to get like a lot more self-conscious and weighed down, and I just kind of want to like flip that thinking in my brain, to kind of get more excited about that stuff again, because I do, but then I just get self-conscious, and so I'm trying to lean more into the excitement. Anyway, that was a bit of an art ramble. We do that here too. But anyway, that's what we're about to do today. So I'm writing our mantra for the warm-up streams for this month. It's well, it's always every month, but if you've never been here before, this is how it goes. The mantra is, let's get the bad drawings out. That's the whole point of warm-up streams. It's like a community draw-along, sketch-along that we do. I pick a random theme, but you don't have to draw what I'm drawing. You can draw literally anything you want, as long as it's a study or from reference. So we've had people set up still lifes and draw still lifes. You can use your own photographs. You can use photographs you find online. Just draw what you see around you. Like maybe you're sitting in a coffee shop. Draw some people. Draw the barista. Draw the coffee machine. You know, like just we're working on those. Like we've also been calling it the art gym because it's kind of like we're accountability buddies to each other. Because studies and drawing things from reference with the intent of study instead of copy, which there is a difference, and we'll talk about. It's just something that we all know we should be doing as artists. But a lot of times we don't, because it doesn't sound super fun. We want to draw from imagination. We want to make our own stories, our own characters, and we want to play and paint and just make color. And those are the fun parts. But like having that foundational structure to build on is how you get to the place of like high level proficiency, right? So anyway, if you want to join in on that, like I said, I have a Discord. Thank you, Streamlabs, for actually posting that. You're welcome to sketch along with me, and we have a warm-up art section of the Discord. That's where you would share your warm-ups. There's also an art share and all kinds of other art sharing opportunities in there, but just for the warm-up streams, I will show any warm-up or study you do, as long as it's, work appropriate. I am a family-friendly streamer, work safe, and, TOS, obviously on Twitch, so keep all that in mind. But, as long as you're not posting, like, nude models in there or something, should be fine. But yeah, just feel free to draw along if you want. But let me finish writing my mantra, and then I will I'll respond in chat. I'm sure there's some other folks in chat that have words to say. I'm not the only one with words. Okay, bad. Pardon my terrible handwriting, guys. Drawings out. So that's the whole point. We do this Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And we pick a different theme. I have a calendar that I actually need to still post for this month. So every day is a different theme. Today, since apparently it's Bison month, or buffalo. Some people call them buffalo. It's not really the official name. But we're doing bison today. So big fluffy cows. So we'll be looking at anatomy, musculature. Usually we start with a skeletal sketch, and I talk about proportion a little bit. So we'll get that started here in a second. If anybody is interested in following me anywhere, I do have socials that you can check out. Feel free to follow those if you want. No pressure. Also, no pressure to join my Discord either. I know everybody has a Discord and it gets overwhelming. So anyway, let me catch up on chat a little bit. BB, oh my gosh, Blazing Backmage, if you are thinking about getting into streaming and you are having questions, feel free to reach out to me. There's also a stream tips channel in my Discord. I would love to see more awesome artists like yourself on Twitch. It'd be really cool. But no pressure either. I know it's a lot. Sometimes artists, if you want to practice, you're welcome to stream in my Discord. I have like a voice channel, should be set up for streaming. Anyone's welcome to do it, again, as long as it's work safe, family friendly. If you want to kind of practice how it works and see if people would be interested, that'd be a place you could do it if you want to. But again, no pressure. Let's see. Okay, catching up on chat. Do I have any OCs? Kind of. I'm actually kind of doing Art Fight this year. We'll see. We were just talking about that right before you guys raided, actually. Here, let me get anything up on the screen so you guys don't have to just stare at this blank page while I fiddle around. And also, sorry, my voice, I've been having some issues with my voice lately, so I'm a little bit raspy, so I apologize for that. Alright, I don't know where my Art Fight link is. I think there it is. Okay. Anyway, if anyone's doing Art Fight, if you don't know what Art Fight is, it's a July art challenge. My name on there, I believe, is Casey Snow. Yeah, it just logged me out, of course. It always logs me out. It's very busy today because it's the first day, so the website might be a little bit slow, so you might want to wait until tomorrow to log it, to like sign up if you've never done it before. But it's really fun. It's like a fun character drawing prompt. We might do a few of these later this month. I'm gonna let that log in for a while because it's taking forever. Let's see. Let's see, just bad at responding to compliments because I always feel the generic thank you is disingenuous. It's true. It's true. You do feel kind of weird saying thank you over and over because it's like you do appreciate it, but you also just, I don't know. Compliments are hard. Pasta Peas, hello. I'm glad you like that. Let's see. Yeah, I'd be happy to give you tips if you want, BBM, but no pressure. I've streamed on an iPad before. I used, I think, Air Server to cast it, but I can let you know later. Oh, thank you, Katakira. Spent years getting better and better, and yeah, the moment you are. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. It's just hard, you know, to like even in this body of work here, like some of this stuff is pretty old. Let's see. I think the oldest stuff here is either this one, or maybe this one actually. This one really shouldn't even be in here. This was kind of a filler portfolio piece, but it's a very old art trade basically that I did with somebody of their Lion King fan art character. But I liked the lighting of it, and actually I submitted my portfolio and had a pretty big New York art director look at it last year at a conference, and this was like one of his favorite pieces, which I thought was very funny for a lot of reasons. But anyway, I just, you know, even just seeing like the excuse me, like the style shift from here to here, I find that very jarring, and it's just hard. It's hard for me not to look at my work and just be frustrated with like how it's inconsistent with like the little mistakes and issues. It's hard to put that in front of someone. It's almost like I made a cake, but the icing's all wobbly and the handwriting is bad, and I'm like, here, look, I made this, like, it's okay. Like, that's how I always feel about my art. But like most people are looking at the cake and they're like not being critical about like, oh my gosh, that's a beautiful cake. Like, I don't know if that's a great analogy. It's kind of a weird one, but that's how I feel about it, and I'm sure other artists feel the same. Oh, here's my... Oh, nope, it's still loading. Hold on. Anyway, hopefully that makes sense. Just keep the... Yeah, hopefully, PJ. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Let's see. Yeah, I think it would be fun. You can always try it, and if you don't like it, you don't have to do it anymore, you know? And hey, Isol, how you doing? It's your favorite North American animal. Which one? Bison? Wait, yes or no? Stage fright is hard. Yes, yes. Art fight. You're doing art fight too? Yeah, if anyone's doing art fight, feel free to post your link. If you want to. Or you can pop it in my Discord. I can't remember if I think I already did this, but again, not the best Twitch streamer. We also have a pro command where you can talk about how much of a pro I am at Twitch, which I'm not, but oh, here's my art fight link if anybody's doing art fight. I'll probably just be doing sketches if I participate much this year, but I figured I'd put it up there anyway in case I decide to use it as an art prompt. Okay, let's find some bison pictures. Not otters. Otters were from last time. Actually, it was like over a month ago. Oh, and if anyone needs references, I forgot to pin my reference board because I'm just real good at Twitch. There we go. So at the top of chat, you can find my Pinterest board. It's got all my art refs in there. And that's where I'll be pulling from to find my pictures that I will be drawing from. Let's start with a skeleton. I love bison skeletons, actually. If you've never looked at a bison skeleton, you are in for a treat, friends. Look at this cool critter. I'm just pulling this one off of Wikipedia, so... It's... they just have such high neural spines, which we'll talk about what that is here in a sec. Come on. Oh my gosh. Don't be like this today, Krita. There we go. But look at this shape. And actually, these neural spines, like the shape of them, so I was reading a paper by a paleontologist who was talking about how they think that the reason hadrosaurs, like if you look at a hadrosaur, like a dinosaur with those high ridges, actually, I made a sculpture of one pretty recently. Let me grab it. So they think hadrosaurs may have had like similar muscle connections like a bison, because they also have these really high neural spines. I know we're talking about bison today, but just give me a second. I'm gonna go on a slight dinosaur rant here. Which I think is like super interesting. Let's see, hadrosaur skeleton. If you don't know what a hadrosaur is, you will in just a second. Like a Parasaurolophus, like an Edmontosaurus, any kind of duck-billed dinosaur. Let's see, Parasaurolophus skeleton for sure. Lambeosaurs are another good one. I don't know if I totally agree with it, because it feels like there's some other structures there that are supporting those spines. Dino rants are the best rants. Well, we go on a lot of those here too. I'm kind of a dinosaur nerd. I'm definitely not like a like a scientist. But there are actually, since we're talking about them, I'll probably give a shout out to Danny and Duza here in a second. As soon as I find my skeleton that I want to show you. Actually, none of these are a great example, unfortunately. But there are some paleontologists who think that these tall neural spines had some kind of like a connection to the neck, just like a bison would. Now, me personally, I look at the extreme height of these neural spines, and this is like, I understand how muscles attach to that. But a lot of paleontologists right now are saying that these hadrosaurs that had those tall spines on the back, that there would actually be like a muscle, like a connecting muscle from the neck here. So it'd be like a thicker neck than a lot of paleo artists are putting on these guys. So I didn't know that research when I made this sculpture. So you can see it still has a little bit of the like skinny, like gooseneck, if you will, with that like high ridge. But I don't know. I'm not sure how much I buy the super thick neck like a bison. Here's a sculpture that has a little bit thicker neck to kind of show what I'm talking about. I don't know, but it's just something interesting to think about. Just because I feel like with the bison, you can see how high that is compared to the neck muscle. Whereas in the Parasaurolophus skeleton, excuse me, it's not quite as pronounced. But anyway, just something fun to think about. So let's see. Sorry, the wind is really loud. I might have to close the window. Can you guys hear that? Let me see if I can find a good study. Copy. Ooh, I like this one. Okay. Let us flip this. Oh my gosh, where did it go? There we go. So I like finding skeletal and musculature studies that are like similar poses. It makes it a little easier to talk about these creatures. But we're going to do some quick studies of skeletons and musculature, just kind of look at the shapes here. There's a lot of lines. Just going to look through the lines, guys. But you can see what I'm talking about, like how there's this really strong neck muscle that attaches. You can see like where it attaches, like from the top of these neural spines down to the back of the neck, or the base of the skull, I mean. And then there's these huge neck muscles kind of attaching and securing the neck vertebrae to the, I guess, trunk of the critter. So yeah, we'll do a quick study of that. No, they're not too much. I'm just behind on chat. It's a common thread. Even if you don't feel like the cake looks good, it might still taste good. Fair. Yeah, no, exactly. And I try to keep that in mind. No, you're absolutely right, Kata. Is Kata or Katakira? I'm not sure what you prefer if I call you. It's okay not to like all your art as long as you enjoy it. Yeah, see, that's the hard part for artists, is the enjoy it part. Most artists I talk to, we struggle to enjoy it when we see the issues. And so I'm trying to stop that constant critic habit. I think that you develop as you get older and you keep drawing. It's true for a lot of people and a lot of things, not just artists. But yeah, it can kill the enjoyment. I have some art friends who do art for a career and their enjoyment is totally gone, and they're brilliant at what they do, like amazing artwork, but the joy is gone because, like, I have a friend who literally is like, I haven't made anything I've liked in like over a decade. And it's just hard. Like, that inner critic is so hard to tamp down. And I'm sure she may have other reasons why she doesn't like any of the work she's done, but even her personal work, stuff that's not for business, it's just like, she hates it. And it's sad. And like, I don't want to get to that place. But I can see how most people can get there eventually if you just spend so much time being critical of your own work. Instead of being, I guess for me anyway, trying to switch that. I'm not speaking for everybody. This is just my personal experience. But for me, I think switching it to that excitement and like accepting that it's not where it could be, but being excited about where it could be, I think is the mental switch that I need to make. Yeah, seeing the good is hard. I think that's the disconnect there, Kata. Yeah. Katakira is close. I can divide it to explain. Yeah, I just didn't know if it was okay to say Kata or if you'd prefer if I say the whole name. Love dinosaurs so much. Yeah, who doesn't? Oh, thank you, BBM. Yeah, I hope you guys are doing well. Let's actually draw now that we've been talking and rambling for a little bit. this year has been me trying to learn to enjoy backgrounds, because typically I've been trying to work on my environmental stuff too. I don't know if I keep pulling this up. Sorry to keep putting my art on the screen, but which again, see, Kata, there's like you just get self-conscious about stuff. But like most of the work that I did for years was like very simple backgrounds, like skies, lots of skies. Like this is probably the most complex background I'd done in a while, and it's literally nothing, you know, like I was really trying this year. I'm still trying to like push my backgrounds and actually make things feel like, even this is really simple, but I want to make these characters feel like they're in an environment, like they're in a setting. And there's so many cool artists. I've actually been inspired by a lot of artists here on Twitch who do really cool environment pieces. BBM, I don't know if you follow Joe Stiller. I think this is how he spells his name. Really incredible environment artist here on Twitch. Highly recommend following if you're looking for some inspirational environment pieces. Anyway, so let's draw some bison. Let's draw some bison. Okay, gotcha. Okay, thanks for clarifying. Let me get some water so I don't scratch my own voice here. Maybe because with social you're competing with everyone. Yeah, that could be part of it, is social media for sure. There's definitely like a competitive element to online art. Even if you don't want there to be, you know, with the whole like likes and favorites and follows systems, you can get really down, you know. That's why artists appreciate it so much, even the big ones, you know, when you actually like follow their work. Like even just sharing. Honestly, people who share my artwork, it doesn't happen often, but when it does, I'm just like, oh my gosh, thank you so much, because it's so hard on most social media to like get your work out in front of people. Like it's so easy to be buried in advertisements, in popular posts, and if the algorithm doesn't like you, or if you don't have enough followers to make the algorithm like you, nobody ever sees your stuff. You know, it can be very discouraging and really easy to internalize that as a value judgment on you, which is, everyone, I think, fundamentally on some level knows that's not true. Like, we know that our value is not intrinsically tied to how many likes or follows or shares our work gets. But that's part of why it's just so lovely when people do things like that. Even if you don't have a big following and you think it doesn't super matter, like, it does. So for anyone who's never, like, favorited or liked or shared any of my work on any of their platforms, thank you. Or if you've just done that for artists in general, you know, it really makes a big difference. And honestly, like, not to keep, this happens at least once a stream, to talk about like how much I enjoy Art Twitch, but like Art Twitch is definitely one of the most like supportive online art communities I think I've ever been in. The whole platform with like the raids, like with Gracie, who very graciously decided to raid us before I even started today. Like it's just like such a cool way to get your work shared, you know? Like, oh my gosh, my pen's not working. Like, you know, it like now the people who are following Gracie are just in here. They have no choice. They have to look at what I'm doing. Sorry, you're trapped. Yes, Gracie-ishly. Yes, exactly. Oh my gosh, Krita is not doing the thing. Hold on, I need to save this really fast and restart the program because it's like freaking out on me. Hold on, guys, sorry. Or just like the shout out feature, like how I can just give shout outs to people live, like while I have your attention. Go check out Jay Stiller, go check out Gracie Ghosty, go check out, you know, whoever. And we can just have like live, I don't know, it's just, I feel like Twitch is like built around community building. And it's once you kind of like start chatting with people, or getting other people's communities and finding some cool artists that you like and chats that you vibe with, it's just, I don't know, it's just a really cool platform for meeting other artists and helping people see your art. And I just feel like Art Twitch especially, and I've heard it's not like this for like other sides of Twitch, like I don't think gaming Twitch is nearly as supportive, but like Art Twitch especially is like, everyone is so excited about everyone else's artwork. Like it's really cool. Every chat I've been in, every art chat I'm in, people are like, hey, are you an artist? Share your work, we'd love to see, you know? It's just so nice. It's just so nice. Like, I don't feel nearly the level of stress that I feel when I'm on other social media platforms, and it just, I don't know. I'm all for it. So all that to say, if you're an artist thinking about getting on Twitch, let me know. I'd love to help you. I'm not a pro, but I'd love to help get you on here because I just think it's a wonderful little community. And the people who do, I think, come over here from like game Twitch or other types of Twitch, a lot of them end up staying because art Twitch is so nice. But a lot of people don't know about art Twitch, so I'd love to see it grow is what I'm trying to say. So if you're a sculptor or a painter or a digital artist, whatever you do, you should check it out. I think it'll be worth your time. And that's my TED Talk on why art Twitch is amazing. Thank you for coming, even though you had no choice. Okay, why is my button not working, you guys? This is actually making me... Hold on. I have to figure out why my... Okay, there it goes. Alright, sorry. I couldn't get my eraser to work. I have a little eraser end to my pen and it wasn't erasering. Alright, let's actually talk about art now that I'm done. Now that I'm done ranting about Twitch. Let me scoot this over so you guys can actually see what I'm doing. Pro streamer, guys. Pro streamer. You just shared some of my stuff on Facebook. Oh, thank you so much, paleontologist VA. I really appreciate that. That's really, really kind. Yeah, just keep in mind I'm not a pro. That's why we have the pro command. Anytime I'm being a pro, feel free to use that. Let's see. Figure backgrounds. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Kat. I appreciate that. Yeah, it takes time. It takes time. And anytime somebody asks me, like, oh, how long did it take you to draw that? Like, you know, I'm pretty quick with creatures these days because I've been drawing creatures for, like, my whole life. But I still tell people when they ask, they're like, how long did it take you to draw that picture? I'm like, 30 years. It took me 30 years to draw this picture. And I say it that way not to be facetious, although sometimes I am a little facetious. It depends on the mood I'm in and how many times I've had that conversation that day. But most of the time I just mean it to like help people rethink about what art actually is. There's like this weird idea out there that art is just like this magical inborn ability that it doesn't take work. It's not a skill, it's a talent. That's how a lot of people think about art. There might be a little bit of talent in there, but I give it like 99% skill. Like, I don't think, having seen a lot of little kid art, it's not about talent, it's about whether or not you stuck with it from the time you were a kid and how much you're observing. So that's actually part of what we're doing here. We're trying to train our observation eye. So for example, I'm observing like, holy cow, look at this like really sharp angle. I'm not even sure, this might be over exaggerated slightly, but this is like an almost horizontal angle for a femur bone in an animal. Like, that's really unique. And I can look at this picture down here and I can observe, oh, I can see how that line, there's the knee, there's where that hip bone would be. Okay, like this is that angle of that hind leg. So what I'm doing is I'm filling my creative bank account. Sorry, the wind is super loud. I gotta close that. I'm filling that creative bank account so that when I go to draw an imaginative creature some other time, I can pull that back out and say, oh, what if the angle is kind of like a bison, you know, like a bison hind leg where it's got this really strong angle. And then I can look at down here and think like, okay, how do the muscles attach? I'm asking myself questions. So this is the main difference that I was kind of referencing earlier between copying and actually studying a reference. So again, we're not going for photorealism. If that's how you want to do your work on your own time, like on your actual work, I'm not dogging that at all. But as far as like a study, the purpose of a study should be to learn. And how do you learn but without asking questions, right? So we're just trying to ask ourselves questions about what we're observing. So I'm not as caught up on like drawing this eye socket exactly the way I see the eye socket. I'm not trying to do that right now. What I'm trying to do is say, where is that eye socket in the skull? Why is it there? And then I can look at a real bison and say, oh, that's because that's how I know where where to put the eye. If I was to draw a bison from imagination, I would put it about this far from the bed of the horn. So I can say, okay, here's the eye. It's about that far from the horn bed. You know, those are the things I'm trying to remember here. I'm not trying to remember the exact like line and shape. I'm not trying to copy. Hopefully that makes sense. But anyway, if you're somebody who wants to get better at your art, if you are trying to become an artist, or if it's just like a skill set that you think would be really fun and you're looking for some accountability to kind of get that done, that's kind of what these streams are for. For me, you know, drawing from reference is just something I know that I should be doing, and I don't make the time for it normally. And you guys are my accountability buddies. Surprise! So if you're the first time here, you didn't realize this, but you're getting sucked into an accountability session. Because I just know that I won't do this if I don't have people to do it with. So that's part of why we were kind of jokingly calling it the art gym recently, because it's kind of what it's kind of like when you have gym buddies. You just, if you show up, I'll show up kind of a thing. But that's anyway. So if you're wondering why I'm not being super detailed, I'm sure I could be, but for me personally, that's not going to be the most beneficial for what my goals are. And again, if you would like to study something else, if you're not feeling like drawing bison, don't worry about that. You don't need to draw what I'm drawing. But if you want to, that's what I'm doing today. And you can post any kind of studies, like I said earlier, in the warm-up section of the Discord. So now that I've done the muscle or the skeleton, I'm going to quickly do a muscle study. Again, I'm just looking at proportion. I'm drawing the big shapes first before I draw the small details. And for me, again, I'm not trying to get super detailed. I just want to look at the big muscle groups. So like here's this really big one right here. This really strong shoulder muscle. Like that's going to come in handy for sure. And again, if you're into something like creature design, these can be really helpful things to study for things like that. You know, if you want to be better at creature design, pay attention to muscles. Pay attention to anatomy. Don't just make it up. Don't just draw random lines and be like, yeah, that's fine. I mean, you can, but you're gonna learn more, grow faster, and improve quicker by looking at actual animals and finding out what's normal, what's actually real, and then you'll know what to exaggerate because you will have asked yourself questions like, okay, why is there a big muscle right here? Like that's an unusual size for this muscle. Why is it like that? Oh, because we have these giant neural spines. And so this muscle is trying to attach and support that huge heavy head, which by the way, keep in mind, this head has a bunch of hair on it. If you've never seen a bison, you're about to, but they got big old fluffy manes almost of hair. It's like a wool all over their head and neck. So anyway, just, yeah, ask yourself questions. Think about the purpose of things so that when you go to draw a fantasy creature, you'll have something to pull on. You know, you'll have a baseline to draw from, literally, in your creative bank account, in your mind. You know, you can think about this stuff. When you're, you know, driving along the road and you see some cows, you know, pull over, take a second to just look, maybe even sketch a few if you have time. I know we're all pretty busy. But stuff like that is really going to quickly improve your ability to create things from imagination. It's all observation. It's all training yourself to be more observant and not just look at things, but ask yourself why things are the way that they are. And that's why I feel like science and art go together so well, because in a way, you kind of are having to be a little bit of a scientist to improve at art. You have to be curious. You know, scientists and artists are both the best ones anyway, tend to be incredibly curious people. All right. Don't want to get too much into the face muscles for now. That's just not where my head needs to be. I do like this little muscle on the nose, though. That's interesting. Oops, I broke my chat. Hold on. Let me catch up. I really struggle with getting my work seen. Yeah, it is super defeating, yeah. It's also been a process to unlearn the social media. Yes, exactly. Amen. Let's see. I love being forced to look into people's art. Well, good. I'm forcing everyone. You know what? Thank you to the lurkers also. You guys don't know I'm thanking you. You may not even know you're here. You may have gone to sleep with Gracie's stream on, and now you're just in bed blissfully unaware that you're actually supporting me on Twitch. But thank you for being here and for hanging out. Let's see. So many great wood carvers. Yeah, there's so many cool people like that on Twitch, for sure. 30 years on each one. Tell us your mortality secrets. Yeah, no worries, Kat. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Hey, Blue Skittle, how you doing? Speaking of other awesome artists here on Twitch. Let's see. I need to head out for lunch. Yeah, no worries, Nixon. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, let's hear a fun fact, Uni Princess, for sure. Day is going well. Yeah. Blue, how are you doing? Are you working on some art today? What are you up to? Everybody go follow Blue Skittle. It's always a good stream to lurk on, Blue Skittle. He's so calm, his voice, and his art is so soft and beautiful. Like, never a bad time over there. Not once have I regretted hanging out on Blue's streams. If you cut off octopus tentacles and throw the octopus back in the ocean, it will not bleed out. Instead, they start blocking the wounds with cells. Oh, interesting. I mean, I knew they could grow new tentacles. That's fascinating. I didn't know you could cut all of them off. I mean, not that you'd want to. That sounds painful. There we go. Yeah, of course, Blue. All right, I'm gonna go find some actual buffalo now. Okay, ungulates. Oh, you know what? I guess I should have pinned my actual bovine folder here. There's a lot of buffalo in this folder here. Let me repin. I need this one to be pinned. There we go. So there's a whole bunch of bison / buffalo, whatever you want to call them. It's technically supposed to be bison. But yeah, let's go ahead and draw some bison. I'm gonna try and find one that's in a similar pose to what we have been sketching here. Well, here's a good one. I actually might be doing bison as my Christmas card this year. I just pinned a couple more in case anyone needs it. Oh, here's a perfect one. This is exactly what I'm looking for. Oh no, where'd it go? I'll post this in the Discord as well, so you can always look in the stream event chat in case anybody needs that. Oh. Happy Canada Day! Yeah, I mean, listen. Buffalo roam Canada too, I believe. Traditionally anyway, right? Or bison. I keep saying buffalo. Should be bison. Bad habit. Okay. Mayor of Canada, what are you doing to celebrate your day? Are you forcing all of the people to do a mandatory celebration since you are the mayor? Kick him back. Well, that's good. I don't actually know how people in Canada celebrate Canada Day. Is it like a big deal? Is it like 4th of July, or is it just sort of an excuse to have a beer? So Buffalo, Uni Princess, buffalo is actually kind of like a nickname for bison. It's not actually a different animal. So this is the term for this creature is a bison. I forget where the name buffalo comes from, but it's not really it's more, like I said, it's more of a colloquialism than it is a actual name. Now there are other types of bison. Maybe it's from like water buffalo, like maybe it was people seeing those animals and they're also big bovines. I don't know. But yeah, as far as if you're gonna say buffalo, I guess you should be saying like a water buffalo. That would be a buffalo. But a bison is this creature right here. Oh, tune is a bit low. Interesting. How's that? Is that better? I'm always worried that it's too loud. Let me know. Let me know. Oh, it's better? Okay. And also, welcome back, Amaze. Hope everything's okay. No worries if you got other stuff you gotta do. Life comes first, you know? Still not hearing it. It might just be this song, to be honest. Here, how's that? I think it's just the song. It's just a quiet song. I don't want to turn it up too loud on my actual player, but I'm gonna crank up the volume on Discord, and then if it just starts screaming at you guys, let me know and I'll turn it back down. Oh no, you're not wrong, Uni Princess. A lot of people treat holidays exactly like that. July 1st holiday to commemorate Canada's official, and it was officially called Dominion Day. Oh my gosh. That sounds more ominous. The British North American Act came into effect, effectively creating the Dominion of Canada. Oh, I see. Out of 3 British colonies. Huh. So it wasn't something that was like a battle or something like July 4th. It's like the birth of the result of America being like tearing itself away from British occupation. Buffalo did not have a hump. Bison have a massive head. Yeah, but buffalo have a... Yeah, exactly. But a lot of people try to call this... What I was trying to say is that this creature is not a buffalo, I guess. There's like water buffalo. But bison are this creature right here. A lot of times in America, you hear people call these guys buffalo. And this is a bison. Now I'm getting confused. What am I even saying? I feel like I've used them interchangeably at this point myself. Look at this big wolf. I also really like these like creases in the wool here. It's always sort of a fun... Is it wool or is it a thick hair? I don't actually know. It looks like a sort of a wool. And I'm sure it feels like that. Like, I imagine it feels like a very dense, like, sheep wool, you know? Has anyone ever actually touched a bison? To know? Does anyone know firsthand? You are hearing it now. Okay. I gotcha. I misunderstood, Uni Princess. Maybe. To learn more, canada.ca. Is there actually a website like that? See, I feel like this song is really loud. Throws maple leaves. There you go. I'm starting to think I have like a low-grade cold or something. Ooh, can you guys hear that wind? I'm not sure if my mic's picking up on that, but it's like really loud. Let's close the window. Shrimp and insect are not the same animal, but they are siblings of a certain species. Yeah, well, I think you mean they're arthropods, right? Is that what you're talking about? I have a whole section on those in my Pinterest board. I may need to split it, actually, because it's a pretty big group of critters. Yeah, arthropoda. It's also got crustaceans in there. which crustaceans are in the shrimp family. I mean, shrimp are in the crustacean group, is what I'm trying to say. I don't know if I have... Oh, I have a few pictures of shrimp in there. Yeah. Shrimps and lobsters. Pill bugs, I think, are also technically crustaceans. So, like, land crustaceans. You're in the shrimp group, Yanni. I know I'm shrimping a lot today. It's like a constant issue. How you doing, by the way, Yanni? Thanks for hopping in. Hope your day's going well. I'm having a hard time not stylizing this hump here. Beetle Day when? So maybe later this month. Probably sometime this month. I'm actually going to be doing something called Camp Chaos this year, hosted by Art and Jess. I signed up to be a camp counselor. Basically all that means is during one of our warm-up streams, it'll be at the end of the month, but we're going to be doing, it's going to be kind of chat choice, but I kind of figured I'd theme it with like animals that you'd see at a camp, which I feel like, you know, beetles and bugs might be on that list. So we might do it that way. Global Beetle Day was June 25th. I did not know that. Did I have that on my calendar? We might look at my calendar after stream and you guys can help me pick if you want to. I've got it like half put together. I didn't have time to finish it on Friday and I wasn't able to get back into the studio on Saturday. So yeah, just one of the many joys of having a part-time job. Being busy. Oh, that was when we did rabbits and hares. Well darn. I'll put it on there for next year. Let's see. You said it was World Beetle Day? Global Beetles Day. Go save. Well, now it's there for next year. If we're still doing warm-up streams this time next year. It's now on the calendar. If you guys ever find cool days like that you think would be fun prompts, let me know. We got Shark Week coming up next week, so we'll definitely be doing shark themed stuff next week. I'm trying to keep it pretty general so people feel like they can draw whatever their favorite shark is, you know. I'm glad you like the music, Mayor of Canada. I'm glad the music has mayoral approval. Oh, we have an ad break coming up, guys. If you're not already stuck in it. 3 minutes of ads once an hour. Has it already been an hour? Holy cow. Stretch time. If you don't have cheese by your name, feel free to use this as a stretch break. If you sit through the ads, I appreciate it, but I understand if, you know, you just can't bear it. Supernatural. I've never seen that show. I know. Sorry, Maze. We can still do it. Expect pressure sharks. Nice. Excellent. Yeah, I definitely want to do a whale shark, a hammerhead shark, probably a goblin shark. I like the crazy looking ones. So right now I've got it broken down into big sharks, small sharks, and odd sharks. But you can really do whatever you want, and I can rethink about how to, I might look at the different groups maybe. But I don't want to make it so like taxonomically, I don't know how to say that word, specific that people like don't know how to participate. You know. This little guy's ear is so buried. Yeah, I would say you are wise not to trust them, Mayor of Canada. nationaldaycalendar.com. Nice. I have one that I look at pretty regularly. Let's see. Where's my Bison folder? I had one that I really wanted to draw as like this very dramatic running picture. So many good pictures of fighting buffalo. Bow, bow. Bow, bow. Oh, there's a European bison here. That's kind of fun. The feet are obscured by grass. No! The curse of drawing ungulates from reference. Grass. Grass sure does get in the way. Wait, is this a real picture? This is a manicured bison. See, this song is so loud. Alright, let's move on. Let's do another one. I'm falling way down into the Pinterest rabbit hole here. Okay, let's do... Oops. Put these in the wrong folder. Alright, where's the one I wanted to do? Here he is. I just want this running guy. Oop. Posting this in the Discord. Just really like this photo. So pretty. Although yes, the grass is a problem. Darn grass. Hopefully you guys can see that. Oh hey, Ultimate Pumpkin Pie, thank you so much for that. See you later, Kudo. Thanks for being here. I appreciate ya. Starting to get a little warm in here. I love the movement in this piece. Like, look at the flow of that mane. I love a good action pose. Quite frankly, they're a lot of fun. So many good shapes when you get all these muscles in motion. Is it? It's warming up outside. I mean, there's like a huge cloud blowing in. I was kind of hoping it meant it was gonna rain. We're like a month deep with very little rain. It's not good here in the mountains for it to be like that. It means we might have some fire danger soon. Everything's pretty brown and dry, so that's not exciting. I'm hoping that we can break that. Last year we had such a wet year. It was like so much rain. But yeah, we had like some sprinkling last week, but it wasn't enough to soak the ground at all. Like it didn't affect anything. It was just like some 10 minutes of heavy, like thick fat drops that kind of splatted everywhere, and then it was like spitting basically. The sky spit on the ground last week for a few minutes. That was it. This animal has like the most majestic hair. I wonder if it's a young bison, if that's why. It doesn't have like that thick matted look that this one does. It's almost got like... Not sure about this ref. Just made everything humid. Yeah, we're pretty dry here. Yeah, those are some good. Thank you for sharing resources for sure. It's good information about the bison. Shapes like this, if you haven't spent time looking at the muscles and the anatomy, you may not be able to figure out what you're looking at. Like, because we spent that time looking already, I can go back to this and know, okay, this is the general shape. Right, we've got the shoulder, there's the shoulder blade, the elbow, wrist, right, the hand. So it's all the same pieces that we have in us, just in a like stretched out or scrunched up version. Like here's that short forearm, upper arm that we don't have. But when you translate that, you can basically, because if you've spent time studying, and it's going to take more than just one study, so don't feel bad if you don't have it figured out just yet. Like, I know that's the elbow right there, and that's the wrist, that's that part. So because I can find where the elbow is, it helps me find that shoulder joint, and then that helps me find the rest of it, if that makes sense. So, like, that's what's going on underneath. And I know that because we've spent time looking at it, you know? Sometimes it can be helpful to, like, think about some of that stuff as you're drawing. So you might ask yourself, like, why is there a muscle? Like, why do I see a line right here? Like, why is there a shadow? Like, oh, that's that heavy muscle attachment because there's a bone there, and it's trying to, you know, attach the hips to the knees so that it can have locomotion, right? Again, what we're doing here is we're trying to study, not copy. So just make sure that as you're drawing, you're not getting caught up in putting lines exactly where you see them in the picture or copying line for line, you know, everything that you see. It's more about what are you committing to memory? You know, how is this going to help you later? What can you pull from this? Like, why are you seeing pieces in the places you're seeing them? What does that teach you about the animal's anatomy? And that's going to be long-term more helpful than copying. And even if you are doing like photorealism, like if photorealism is your bread and butter, if that's kind of how you want to be making art, just knowing some of this stuff is still going to speed up your process. Like being able to study this stuff and understand what you're drawing is going to make you quicker and more proficient and more precise, because you will have spent time thinking about like why the lines you're making belong where they belong. Anyway, I just can't talk about the importance of the art gym enough. These studies are helpful for all types of art making. It's gonna make you better. And again, if you are, you know, working out with us, if you are drawing some studies and you want to share them and you want that to be shown on screen at the end of stream, just post in the warm-up section of the Discord. And once more, in case you just got in here, it does not have to be what I'm drawing. You can do whatever you'd like to. Alright, let's move on to another reference. But if you need that Discord link one more time, there it is. Unless it already got posted. No. There we go. When you were in Texas, your friend was shocked that you found the humidity more comfortable than the dry air. Colorado's like being in an oven. See, I feel the exact opposite. I don't like the humidity. The humidity in Texas makes 40 degrees feel like 20. Like, I'm more comfortable in sun and 30 degrees here in Colorado than I am in cloud and winds at 50 in Texas because the humidity is so high. Yeah, you walk outside, you're instantly sweaty. Some people, I think their skin is more, like, appreciates humidity more. Like, my roommate, her skin is so much better when she's in the south because she, I guess there's just really dry skin. I have very oily skin, so my skin does better here. And I feel much better in a dry climate. I don't have breakouts, I don't have, like, all the other issues. Everyone's different, you know? $500,000 to play a game. I mean, I wouldn't mind playing it. Listen, the Raga was the one that picked that amount, PJ. It's not that I don't want to play games. It's that I try to keep this channel mostly art. So this would be like a special event. If anyone wants to know what PJ is talking about, we do have a game fund going on if you want to donate some channel points. If enough people want to do it, then I will play a game with you guys. Oh my gosh, Amaze. Amaze clearly wants to. 10,000 total points. Holy cow, Amaze. Yeah, I mean, we just started this last week and we're already at over 10% of the way there, so I feel like we're gonna make it. But we'll do a special game stream if enough people want to do it. We'll do that on probably a Sunday sometime. Let's see. A Skittle. And no pressure either. I mean, this is not I don't want you to waste your channel points, guys. But if you want to play a game with me, I'm happy to do it. I actually, PJ, you may have missed this. The only reason I don't play a lot of games is because I get too addicted. I'm very much a completionist gamer, and I have a hard time casually playing a game. Like I get like super focused on it, and I want to complete the whole thing, and I want to do every possible quest, and I want to do collect every possible item. It's sort of a problem, so that's part of why I don't do that. Oh hey Pog, how you doing? I actually don't know. Pogger 2002. Not sure if I said your name right, but welcome on in. Hope you're doing well. We are studying some Bison today. Ooh, here's this really cool. Here's a really cool picture. You guys want to see? Look at these like different types of bison. Some of these are extinct, but look at these different ones. The different horn shapes are interesting. This one has a very small head. I'm not sure which one is ours. This one's cool. It's like a longhorn bison. Only the most majestic beasts, yes. I mean, it's like a cow with a mane. What's not to love? Really neat. I had this on my Pinterest board. I didn't even remember penning it. I wonder if it should be in this folder or if it should be in the prehistoric one. Drawing some Sonic art. Nice, nice. Today you draw a bison. Tomorrow you can draw a later daughter. Oh my gosh, Mayor of Canada. Always coming in with the jokes. But here's a fun pose. Let's do this one. I'm going to do a quick gesture study of this one. If you guys don't know what a gesture is... Oops, lost my picture. There it is. It's just kind of like a quick... Well, it's just what it sounds like. A quick gestural study of an image or shape or form. We do this more with figure drawing for people, but I think it can be fun for animals too. I tried to draw a bison, but I was left buffaloed. Oh no. Like baffled but buffaloed. That's funny. I do like that. You get some cheese for that one, Bickman. Well done. Well done. We award cheese for good puns here. Redeems fun pose. Well, there you go. Here's your fun pose. You working on designs for your D&D character? Nice, nice. Well, I love to see all the art. We do have an art share, works in progress share, where you can post works in progress or sketches in that one. Art share is more for finished pieces that you want to share. We also have a critique channel if anyone like needs feedback, if you're trying to improve something or you feel like something's off with your drawing. We do have a crit channel, so there's crit share as well. So there's lots of different art options in the Discord if anybody wants to take advantage of those. And lots of really cool, like, skilled artists in there too. I love his hair. One of the wonders of one of the wonders of what? That was weird. Did you guys see that? Just got an alert that my pen was not compatible with the Cintiq, which is strange. Sonic X is the creepy version of Sonic. Oh, okay. I never really played Sonic, so I'm not really keyed into all of the Sonic intricacies, but I know that that fandom is huge. Lots of people who probably know a whole lot more about Sonic than I do. Alright, let's do another. Oop, time to stretch our wrists. Hold on. We have to do our carpal tunnel stretches, guys. If you haven't done a carpal tunnel stretch with us before, feel free to join in if you'd like to, but basically you just take your hand, point it at the ground there, take your other hand, kind of gently pull it toward you, and if this one is too hard to do, you can also do the prayer pose, which I'll do here in a second, but I try to hold for about 10 seconds. Try to engage your thumb too if you can. Do the other one. This should be a good wrist stretch. I try to remind people audibly to do this because I know some people like to listen to streams but maybe aren't necessarily watching them. So if that's you, this is your friendly reminder to watch out for your tendon health here and just stretch out those wrists and fingers. Go. You can also do prayer pose, so you just stick your hands together and you're gonna like pull toward your stomach. Just keep your palms together. That's gonna be, and just go as low as you can. This one doesn't do as much for me. That's why I do the other stretch. But you can also do rotations. Rev the motorcycle. This will stretch out the front and back a little bit. Anyway, ooh, it's getting hot in here. I need to turn on the AC. Ugh. Too much. Whew. Okay. Da-da-da. Oh, thank you for that hydrate, Pogger. Appreciate that. I think I just posted this, but anyway. We're going to be probably looking at any warm-up sketches you guys might be doing in about 10 or 15 minutes. So I'm going to, just as your friendly reminder, if you are sketching along and if you want to have your sketches shown on screen, as long as they are studies, it doesn't have to be what I am studying. Not the same images, not even the same topic, but it just needs to be a work-safe study. Posted in the warm-up art section of the Discord. It's at the top in the stream events section. And yeah, I'll show those on stream here in a little bit. And I will be back on later this afternoon at about 4 p.m. So we'll be back on doing some digital art later today. But this is just my warm-ups to kind of get me in the drawing mood. Whew, it is hot in here, guys. Alright, opening the window again. That is the nice thing about Colorado and the dryness. The lack of humidity. I can just open the window. It's so crazy. Living in Texas, like if you open a window anywhere in the South, like that is how bugs get in, like immediately. Casey is gonna end up. Oh my gosh, Shane! No, I don't think that that's true. I appreciate that you believe in me. The only reason there's this many people watching me right now is I got a very generous raid from Gracie Ghosty. I do not think this is not my normal viewer count. But how are you doing, Shane? If you guys aren't following Shane, he's a professor who streams here on Twitch, talks a lot about history, nerds out about Lord of the Rings a lot, which is a lot of fun to listen to. I always think of your streams as like an interactive podcast, Shane, when I listen in. How have you been, by the way? I feel like you've been traveling or something. It's been a minute. Instead of a video game, we play a board game. Oh, that'd be cute, PJ. I like that. I do like board games. We'll see. We can maybe if we end up getting the game challenge, if that ends up happening, then maybe we'll have a vote and see what you guys want to play or want to watch me play. But I feel like Kev and a few other people have been pretty clear that they want to play a game, like a video game. They want to watch me play some kind of a video game. I don't know. It'll be a special event if we do make it, but... Oh, wow. You were off for 2 weeks doing a road trip. 8 states. Wow. Can I ask which ones you went to? That's actually something I'd love to do. I've never really taken a road trip around the US. I've never seen a lot of the US. There's a lot of stuff to see. I've done more stuff in the West than I have on the coasts. Like, I've never been to California. I'd love to see, like, the redwoods and stuff. Hey, Casey, yes, sir. I am in colorful Colorado. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Moved here about 8 years ago. I'm gonna do a close-up, actually. I want to study the bison nose. I feel like cow noses are kind of unique looking, so I'm gonna look at this picture. Oh my gosh, I'm trying to move it. So, oh, thank you, Eric Draws. Oh my gosh, another awesome artist. You guys should everyone follow everybody. All the people in chat are streamers. There's so many cool people hanging out with me this morning. Thank you for being here. Hope the raid wasn't too stressful. No, it was not. It actually, it's funny. Gracie raided me before I was even live. So I was still waiting on the pre-roll ads to get out of the way, doing the 10-minute warm-up. Like the starting screen was still on, so I got to hide from the raid. So wasn't too bad, but it was a fair bit of people. The Ohio River Valley and Great Lakes region. Oh, cool! I've never been there. I've been to Chicago. That's as close to the Great Lakes as I've ever been. And I was only there for like a day and a half. Wife is a really big bird watcher. I want to go through. Oh, that's so cool! I bet you found so many pictures. I'll have to go look. Did you post them in your Discord? I'll have to go check it out. How do you feel about living out of an RV? Me? My grandma and grandpa did that for a few years, and it was kind of fun to travel with them. I don't know if I'd want to live permanently in an RV or like a bus or in a van. I know that was kind of a trend for a while there with people who can't afford houses. Like, well, let's just drive around and that'll be our house. But I just think long term, I would like to have I like the idea of having a home to come to and a yard, that kind of stuff. Of course, I'm living in an apartment and not likely to ever be able to afford a home. So, maybe van life is my future. But for right now, I like camping. I do like camping and backpacking. But that's about as close to van life as I've lived. Another Casey in Colorado. Are you in Colorado too? Casey, yes, sir? Nice. What part are you in, if I can ask? And if you don't want to share, that's fine. I've told people before I live in the greater Denver area. I'm like near Denver, which is pretty broad. That's like the majority of the people in the state live in this area. So, let's see. did a little moose study. Ooh, I'd love to see if anybody just got in here and you'd like to participate. I know I just talked about this, but we have a warm-up section of the Discord. Anytime I'm doing these studies, you're welcome to share any kind of study you're doing as long as it's work safe. And at the end of stream here in about 10 minutes or so, 10 or 15, I'll be showing and going through all the art you guys did. So if you have like whether it's a still life or something from a photograph that you took or a photograph you found online or just something you see around you, feel free to share any kind of warm-up studies, anything that's kind of helping you get those juices flowing, whether it's like studying cars or trees or animals or people, objects, you know, anything. But I'd love to see it. It's very inspiring for me to see stuff other people are working on and trying to kind of improve our art together. It kind of keeps me motivated. So no pressure, but if you'd like to share your moose study, I was trying to work up to that, feel free, but no pressure. Armpit Pete, hello, how are you? Oh my gosh, I need to give some shout outs. Let's see. I'm so sorry. Let's you guys go follow Shane and go follow Eric. As soon as that shout out's done, I'll do this one as well. I don't know how. It's not like showing me when it's done. Hold on, I'm bad at Twitch. Anyway, go follow everybody, guys. Since you're driving there, I took the opportunity to... Nice, that's awesome. That sounds really interesting, Shane. Are you going to be streaming about it and talking about it? If you guys want to go listen to Shane talk about history and cool sociology and psychology and philosophy and all kinds of things, Shane McInnes has really interesting streams for that, guys. Highly recommend. I'd love to hear about them. Mia! Oh my gosh, Mia Pet! Oh, I see Amaze got you a shout out. Okay, Mia, it's so good to see you. Thanks for popping in. You guys, Mia Pet is an old artist friend of mine that used to stream on Twitch. Has gotten pretty busy with kiddos, but very excellent artist. If you guys want to go give her a follow, maybe someday she'll get back into streaming. We'll see. I'm crossing my fingers, but you know, you got a lot going on. Mia, how are you doing? How are things? I just wanted to do a quick study of this bison nose, because I feel like cow noses are very particular and very different from a lot of other bovine. So it's, I don't know. I'm trying to learn about these creatures so that when I do go to draw them, I can actually, you know, do a good job drawing that from memory, or at least have kind of a baseline to draw from. I love the big fluffy like fur in between the brow thing that they have going on. It's just so endearing. What a cool critter. Would look so congenial if it wasn't so large and aggressive. But it just looks like a little fluff muffin. Sorry, I don't know why I said it like that. I just think they're cute. His little beard, little dewlap. I know that's what they call them in moose. I don't know if that's what they're called in bison or not. We should have done a moose today for Canada Day. I didn't think about that. That's okay. Attack the raid. No, raids can be kind of scary for me, but you know, they've been happening more lately, which is making me more used to them, which is nice because I get kind of embarrassed. Sometimes I'll watch my VODs back and be like, oh my gosh, it was so awkward during that raid, and thankfully I'm having less cringe moments of like literally, Eric, you said to attack the raid. I have before, but not in a good way. I think the first few times I got a big raid, I think my initial reaction was like no and go away. So I've gotten better there. Now it's really embarrassing. It's still a little bit scary to think about like a ton of people just like busting in and looking at me, but I appreciate it. I'll endeavor to create. Thank you so much for that follow. I appreciate it because people like you will follow me and it's so nice. I know, Eric, I know. It was like a gut response of like fear. It was like a fear response. Like I couldn't help it. It was very embarrassing and I apologized profusely to the streamer afterwards. I don't know if he actually saw the apology, but I went to his chat. I was like, hey, I'm so sorry that I did that. I did not mean to. I really appreciate the raid. Like, please don't hate me. It just, anyway, yeah, I'm slowly getting better at Twitch, but like we keep saying here, I am not a pro streamer. That's why we have this pro command, because I'm just kind of here. Okay, let me catch up. Have I been to the East? I have been to Shenandoah Valley. I've been to Richmond, Virginia years and years ago, but that's pretty much it. You posted some. I'm gonna have to go check, Shane. Yeah, I'll have to go check out your pictures. I'm behind on chat. I'm sorry.
You're over in Inglewood. Oh my gosh, BBM. I thought, for some reason in my head, I thought you were down in the Springs. I don't know why I thought that. Did you used to live in the Springs? That's really cool. Let's see. RV life, you can choose to go boondocking away from everyone, and you can live in an RV park. It's true, but they're so expensive, Mayor of Canada, at least in the US. We have an RV park nearby where I live, and it's massively expensive to park there. Granted, it's like right on a river, so it's like very picturesque, and that could be why. Alright, cool. I finally made it past the shoutouts. I'm so behind. You're about 40 minutes south of Denver, so like, okay, past like Castle Rock and stuff. Very cool. Wow. So many local Denverites here. It's nice, or I guess Coloradoites. Nice to see ya. I moved here from Texas in 2015, so I am still very much in awe of Colorado. I always look outside and I'm just like, wow, I live in a postcard. This is amazing. Like, it's just really, really pretty to look at the mountains. And I feel like a lot of my friends who grew up here don't necessarily have that same like, wow. So in a way, I'm glad I didn't grow up here, but I also am a little jealous of people who got to grow up here, because it's like having these awesome experiences all the time, like camping and hiking and like seeing these beautiful natural views is just like not the norm for most people in the US. For most people in the world, probably. I haven't grown up in a flat, hot, dry, like humid place where it's like literally 8 months out of the year over 90 degrees. And we would always have 100 days of 100 parties. Not parties, but it's just like, hey, we're counting down. We're almost to our 100th day in a row of straight 100 degrees or higher in DFW, which is Dallas-Fort Worth. Like, do not miss that at all. So I actually like being outside here. Like, again, the fact that I can have my window open and there's not a million bugs just invading the inside is crazy. Okay, hanging in there. 2 toddlers are both very needy. I bet your nights are... I bet they are, Mia. Oh my gosh, good luck, lady. I hope that gets a little better. Did a bit of history on the videos. Nice. I'll definitely check it out. Shane. Yeah, that's so cool. I haven't learned about the mounds in a long time. There's always the option to summon the adventure hat and get me to talk about stuff that I've seen. True. I have been lurking on your channel for a while, so I think I have a lot of channel point redeems. If you guys like it, once again, if you guys are into history, go check out Shane McInnes's channel. You'll like it. Also, Lord of the Rings. Yeah, don't do that, right? I know. It's nice to find you too, Endeavor to Create. Are you an artist as well? More like chasing raids off. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I felt really bad about that. I'm glad nobody hates me, Paleontologist VA. Thanks, Shane. You have the same command? No way. You have a pro command, Endeavor to Create? My mod Raga made that for me. Ragashka. She might be lurking, I'm not sure. But I don't actually know how they did it. You've been here all your life. Yeah, I don't know why I thought that, BBM. I'm just catching up. How am I so behind on chat? I'm so sorry. Seen Bison up close on a trip to Yellowstone. I've never been to Yellowstone, Eric. I need to. I feel like I live as close as I've ever lived and will probably ever live to Yellowstone, and I still haven't been there. I really want to go. The problem is like getting the time to go. It's so hard to get time off. 96 with 94% humidity for you today. Gross. Yeah, I don't miss that at all. I have a rule where I won't go to Texas between May and October because the heat and the humidity is just too high for all those months out of the year. And I'm just, the joke is that you have shifted to just chatting stream. I know, I haven't been drawing. Let me draw some more. Hold on. I'm trying to find right now actually another picture of a bison face because I want to study that nose a little bit more. I can be satisfied at all. Ooh, here's a nice one. Don't want just a front-facing one though. Ooh, here's a good one. This is a pretty little pro. That's so dusty. I kind of... Yeah, so I might be doing Bison for my my Christmas card this year. I do a Christmas card over on my Patreon. Anyone who's a patron at any level in December gets an art print in the mail, a Christmas card in the mail from me, with a note and an art print on the front that you can cut the card away from, so that you get you can like frame it if you want to. But I might be doing a bison. I haven't done that, and I feel like it's a pretty iconic West, like Colorado. I always do a Colorado animal every year. Okay, I think I'm gonna do this one. This is a nice side view. If anyone wants to check that out, no pressure. I'm really bad at promoting my Patreon. It's kind of like an alternative way. It's like I kind of treat it like a tip jar most of the time, but I do post behind the scenes art there. Especially when Drift gets rolling again, I'll be posting pages of Drift there, like months ahead of time, so that you guys get first view. And then just like, you know, like sketches I do off stream and artwork that I don't, like doodles and art that I don't always share, kind of behind the scenes process stuff. So anyway, if you're interested in that, and if you just want an alternative way to support me that isn't Twitch, because I know some people don't prefer Twitch, that is an option. But I do, like I said, a different Colorado animal every year. And I'll start thinking about that. I'll start thinking about probably making that card maybe in September. I try to get it done by October, or like early November at the latest. But it's coming up faster than I always think every year. So every year I try to start it a little earlier just so I have it out of the way. But since we're drawing Bison today, it kind of reminded me of that. So maybe I'll do that. And where are you at again, Shane? I forget where you're located. How much money would it take for you to take a year off? It would, I mean, whatever it costs to live in Colorado for a year, Mayor of Canada. That would be awesome. I don't know if I could take a whole year off. I think I'd get bored of not drawing and doing stuff. I like doing some of this stuff. I just wish I had more time to do it. I used to be a full-time freelance artist when I first moved to Colorado, but I had a lot of savings. I used to be a teacher, for anyone who's new here and hasn't heard this story. I'll try and tell it and draw, so I'm not a just chatting stream, like Shane is saying. Yeah, I used to be an art teacher down in Texas. That's actually what my degree is in education. And so I'm self-taught art-wise, but I always knew I kind of wanted to do illustration. So basically I got debt-free and like saved up a year's salary to move to Colorado. So I think when I moved out here, I had basically, like I said, a year's salary from teaching, which at the time was like around 40 grand. But then that started to dwindle after about 3 years. Granted, I had a really good deal when I first moved here. Most people couldn't make that last more than a year in Colorado. But I found a place that was like $600 a month, more or less, all bills included. I think I paid for internet. But anyway, I kind of stretched out. I'm extremely frugal. And so I made that last while I was freelancing for as long as I could, but eventually I needed to get a part-time job to pay for health insurance, basically. I could probably still freelance if I was just paying rent, you know? Like if that was my only expense, like rent and food. But car insurance and health insurance have gone up in recent years, and it's kind of hard to afford those things on a freelancer budget. So yeah, all that to answer your question, Mayor of Canada. I would imagine to take a year off, it would take about that again. I would need to be, yeah, would need like a year's salary probably. Are you gonna start a Canadian fundraiser for me? Ask all of Canada to donate $1. You are the mayor. I mean, you can probably make that happen. If you want to pull some political strings for me, Mayor, you let me know. But no, I think we'll see how pitching my stuff to agents goes this year. I'm really hoping to get an agent, at the very least, so that I can have more steady work and stuff like that. Nofi! Oh my gosh, Nofi Blue, thank you so much for that raid. That was so kind. How was your stream, my friend? If you guys aren't following Nofi, please do. The only reason that didn't scare me is because I had just glanced over at chat. Oh, thank you, Amaze. You're so much faster than me. I was trying to type that. You guys go give Nofi a follow. Snow Queen. I don't know about that. It feels very hot here to be a Snow Queen right now. How was your stream? What did you draw? If you have any art you want to share, please feel free to drop a link. If you gotta run though, I understand it. And I hope you had a good one. I hope you have a good rest of your day. We're just wrapping up our Bison studies today. It is Bison month, apparently, according to some random calendar I found on the internet. And we all know how reliable the internet is, but I'm running with it. Because I was just talking to chat, I might be doing a Bison Christmas card this year. I do a different Colorado animal every year, so I thought it might be a good excuse for me to start studying these critters a little bit. If anyone wants to draw along with me, or if you have a study or a warm-up you've done, or you know, even just like recently. But if you want to draw with me, we have a Discord that you can join. and drop your warm-up art in the warm-up section. Just make sure it's a study if it goes in that section. There's other places to put sketches and works in progress and artwork in general. But yeah, I like to show the studies on stream. So we'll probably be doing the study show off here in about 5 or 10 minutes. I'm trying to study the nose of this creature right now. So that's part of why I'm delaying a little bit. I feel like they have really unique schnoz compared to a lot of creatures. So I wanted to kind of look at it a little more before I head off for the rest of my day. If you hit the cans... Oh, wait, what? Yeah, exactly, PJ. No, I do a lot of discount fruit, a lot of sales. I buy things in bulk that I can just eat off of for a while. I make big batches of things, and my diet doesn't vary a lot. So I do a lot of lentils because that's a cheap source of protein. A lot of cheap staples. And then I'm very fortunate. I have a lot of people that just like give me food. So that helps a lot with the bill too. Like my neighbors, I had a neighbor that brought over a bunch of barbecue this weekend, and then another neighbor brought over a giant cake. So guess what I'm eating for the next few days for breakfast? Anyway, how are you doing, Nofi? Let's see. Hey, Chris Wright, how's it going? It's good to see you. You guys should all go follow Chris Wright as well. It's a new artist here on Twitch that we kind of recently bumped elbows with, or rubbed elbows with. I don't know. Doing a great job. Thank you, Nofi. Bison, yeah, it's Bison month. I'm just doing one Bison day though today. We might go ahead and look at the calendar at the end of stream if you guys want to, or if you have like stuff you'd like to study. If anyone's in chat and you're like, oh, studies sound really cool. I really want to get better at, insert thing I want to get better at. Like somebody requested beetles in chat, so we'll probably throw one of those in there. I'll talk a little bit about Camp Chaos, which is something I'm going to be doing at the end of the month with Art and Jest. Art and Jest is an art streamer here. I signed up because I didn't really know what it was, but I was like, oh, that sounds fun, and I'd like to meet more artists. So I signed up for Camp Chaos to like host a session. I need to kind of reach out to one of them and make sure that I have everything that I need for that. But we'll be doing like camp animals you'd find at camp, so like bugs, beetles might be on the list that day, but that won't be till the end of the month. So we can do more focused studies if you guys want to. I want those kind of neighbors, right? I have super nice neighbors. Time for you to draw Meg next week, paleontologist. I don't know if I will be paleontologist. We'll see how I feel. Like I said in Discord, I do prefer to draw living animals because what I'm trying to do is learn how to draw creatures as they actually are so that I can improve my creature design. I'm not just trying to do paleo art. Although, if I have time, I might sneak in like a megalodon or something. I mean, I'll be doing a great white shark for sure, and that's pretty darn close to what we understand as far as I know. A megalodon, there's some small differences, but I'm not really just drawing bones. It makes it hard when we don't have the soft tissue for fossils. Cake and ribs, that's the way to celebrate it. I know, right? Right before, I might be going to a 4th of July thing this week. We'll see. Anyway, the doodles, right? They're so fluffy. They're so fluffy. But thank you for posting that stuff, paleontologist. If other people want to do paleo art, that's always a good reference to post. Yeah, it's just bigger. Exactly. Yes, I'm going to be doing a goblin shark BBM. So here, I can just tell you. So next week is Shark Week. We'll be doing. Right now I have broken it down just into size categories so that people can kind of pick their own sharks. But I don't even know if that's like good enough. Like I've got on the 8th we'll be doing big sharks. So like whale sharks, great white sharks. The larger sizes of shark. I don't know. There's some that are pretty big. Basking sharks. Greenland sharks, and then small sharks will be on the 9th. So we have like nurse sharks and thresher shark I guess could be a smaller shark, like blackfin, just kind of any like smaller ones. What's the smallest shark? Isn't there one like the size of a catfish or something? I haven't done my research yet, so I don't actually know all the different shark species, but I'll be sharing those resources next week. So we can start sharing that stuff next week just so we can keep our references straight. And then on the 10th, I have odd sharks. So it'll be like the hammerhead or the goblin shark or, just like the weird looking ones that are kind of unique. So anyway, but you can do whatever you want, obviously. We'll be doing that. Let's see. Nofi, I can't remember if I saw a link from you or any art, but if you'd like to share any, let me know. Otherwise, I'm just going to show off your work really fast to everybody because I like to do that for people who raid me at the very least. Nofi does amazing work, guys. You need to all go follow Nofi Blue if you aren't already doing so. This is some of the beautiful portraiture and artwork that you are missing if you are not following Nofi. So please go click Nofi's name and give her a follow. I mean, look at these soft colors. So pretty. The way you do hair is really, really lovely. And I just love like the soft look of everything. I forget the name of this character. Demon Slayer. Yeah, I know it's from Demon Slayer, but I forget her name. I need to catch up on that show. Oh, this is cute. I wish I had your confidence with humans, Nofi, but I just don't. Look at, I mean, like even, look at the little like wrinkles in the brow and stuff. It's just so good. So anyway, go give Nofi, ooh, look, this one's nice too. Go give Nofi a follow. Really, really cool stuff. This is a neat video also. Well done. Yeah. Everyone go follow Nofi. I didn't see a link from you, Nofi, so I hope it's okay that I showed that. You've got goblin shark teeth. That's awesome, paleontologist VA. Do I do art for my neighbors? I don't think so. I don't think I've ever drawn for either of them, actually. I do cookouts and stuff. I haven't done one this year because we're trying to get the grass watered. Our HOA person is being a little bit odd and like won't let us water the grass, so everything's dying. They used to let the other lady do it, but then she hurt her knee and couldn't, so I started trying to help and then I got yelled at, and now we don't water. So I kind of get the feeling she just doesn't want to pay the water bill. But I like having a lawn so that I can have cookouts and stuff. So we'll see. But no, I don't typically draw for them. I don't really have time to be just doing random gift art, unfortunately, these days. But I try to do when I can, like, you know, host or start or organize like community neighborhood cookouts and stuff, which is fun. Let's see. Wizard shark. Wait, wizard shark. Oh, goblin shark. I was like, wait, what's a wizard shark? I got really excited, Chris, and I realized you're making a joke. It's like, I need to find out what a wizard shark is right now. Elf and dwarf sharks, those sound like they might exist. Hey, Smorphosaurus, how are you doing? It might be tempting to draw a dinosaur discovered in Canada for Canada Day. That's awesome. If you guys want to go check out Smorph streams as well. Let's see. Barbecue season is good, yes. Yes, exactly. I'm here with Larry. Yeah. Not as much in Colorado. I feel like in the South you can do that for sure, PJ. Oh, you can share what you worked on. Okay, cool. Let me see if I find that. Sawfish sharks. Are sawfish sharks? Hold on. Yeah, it does. They are sharks. I forget about sawfish. Also called carpenter sharks, guys. That's really cool. Sharks and rays. Rays are the ones I was forgetting. So rays are also in the shark family. So I'll probably do some rays on the Odd Sharks Day. Have a good one, Mia. Have a good one. Thanks for popping in. Let's see. You don't have any confidence. Oh, Nofi, you should. You absolutely should. Let's see. Yeah. Have a good rest of your day, Mia. Let's see. There's so many things. My bot is being so body right now. Let's go ahead and I'm going to do one more sketch. This is going to be last call if you wanted to drop anything in Discord for warm-up studies, guys. Again, it can be any kind of study. It does not have to be a bison, but I'm going to do one more really fast. Let's see. I'm going to find a unique pose here. I'll do another gesture study, and then I'm going to wrap this up and get started with some other projects today. Ooh, here's a jumping buffalo. Excuse me, bison. After we talked about this so much. And somebody was telling me there actually, there was a white bison, a baby white bison that was born recently, which is pretty cool. Let's see. You mean hello, do you? Yeah, I like this picture a lot. And then we will find somebody to send all this raid love to. Sawhead sharks. I've never been to the Denver Aquarium, other Casey. Is it weird that I call you other Casey? I think it's very funny. Oh, whoops. I don't meet a lot of Caseys with a K. I meet a lot of Caseys with a C. I'm sure you've had a very similar experience. I know, I don't make it out to Denver very often. I don't really live in Denver, I just live near Denver, and like near enough that it's kind of a little bit of an excuse, like, oh, I don't have time to go to Denver. I did just go to the Denver Museum of Science and History yesterday, so I can make it out there occasionally. But, yeah, I just haven't... No. I live on the western side of Denver, and I just love the little town I live in so much, and, I find it hard to force myself to go into the city where I have to pay for parking and deal with crazy people, and, like, I don't know, it's traffic, and I just... I mean, it's definitely not the worst traffic in the world, like, DFW traffic is terrible, so I know that I've experienced worse traffic, but somehow it just feels more congested in Denver. I don't know if it's because the roads are smaller or like what, but I just very rarely feel the desire to go to Denver. And I'm also kind of broke, so, you know, going to things like the aquarium or the zoo costs money, and I just don't have time or money. So there's a lot of reasons I haven't been, but knowing that there's a sawfish there makes me want to go, for sure. How can people be the best and the worst? It's so true, Shane. Darn society. Harlan Lovestone Art, welcome on in. Yeah, the city is not my favorite place to be. Welcome on. I'm always happy to meet fellow artists. What kind of art do you do? Bison from Street Fighter had a child. Wait, what? I have yet to go to the aquarium either. Okay, Miss Caprikel, it's not just me. It's not just me. You're a master at catching people at the end of the streams. No worries, Temper. No worries. I mean, we're still going to be looking at the stuff in warm-up. There's not a whole lot in there, so if anybody has something you want to drop, this is your chance to shine. But Amaze has got one in there, so we'll be checking out Amaze's warm-up here in a second. And I'll finish mine, and then we'll start the wind down. But that's okay. We chatted a lot today. It was a very fun stream. Let's see. Denver Aquarium is your favorite place. You've been going there even when it was known as Ocean Journey. Oh, cool. I grew up going to only a few times actually, but the only aquarium I've really spent any time in is the Dallas World Aquarium. I think it's actually really a pretty good aquarium. So I'm a little spoiled maybe, but I would love to go. I'll have to figure out a time to go. I wish Denver did like a city parks pass or something where you could get like discount tickets. Or like buy some kind of like seasonal membership to all, like, you know, the aquarium, the zoo. I know they have like a zoo membership. I used to have that actually when I first moved here. I would meet up with other artists at the zoo and we would go sketch the animals. But I work 2 jobs right now, so I just don't have time for a lot of that, unfortunately. The old day job keeps me pretty busy, and it's on weekends, so I very rarely have days off when other people have days off. Just kind of makes my social life a little bit hard. Let's see. Denver isn't the same. Yeah, it's what I've heard from a lot of people who are locals. My roommate grew up around here, and she always says the same thing. I heard it exploded a lot in the 80s and 90s. Oh, Harlan Lovestone, thank you so much for that follow. I really appreciate that. Yeah, for sure. That'd be super fun, BBM. I'd love to. I'll let you know if I ever have time for that again. Mostly you draw faces and do some collage. Oh, very cool. Do you stream here too, Harlan? I'm always looking to meet more art streamers here on Twitch. Which is great. I'm sure it's got its downsides, but I've still got the honeymoon glow. I'm like, wow, Twitch is amazing. I do think art Twitch is pretty cool, not gonna lie. And so far, most people, it seems like, have had really good experiences on the art side of Twitch. I can't speak for all of Twitch, but art Twitch is super cool. So hopefully, if you're not streaming, maybe think about it. It's a really nice community. Tried for a day or two, might try again. Well, if you ever want to, no pressure, but you'd be welcome to advertise your streams in my Discord. You can type !Discord if you'd like to go there, but no pressure either. I always qualify that with no pressure because I know that like every streamer has a Discord and it can get really overwhelming. Like, I know I feel like that about Discord sometimes, so I don't ever want anyone to feel like they have to, wow, I just put that leg in the entirely wrong spot. Hold on, guys. But anyway, if you ever want to, or if anybody wants to, you'd be welcome to come. I am going to be going in there, looking in the warm-up art section here in a second, and sharing the warm-ups that people have done. We'll be doing a stream tomorrow, too. Actually, that's what we're going to do before I end stream. We're going to look at my calendar. I know if anyone else has study requests, let me know. I try to work in one figure drawing session a month, and do some people-y themed warm-up sketches. So we do those occasionally. I haven't done a vehicle in a while. We might need to do I don't know, battleships or something. I don't know. If you guys had to pick a vehicle of some kind to study, we've done cars and we've done spaceships or spacecraft. We never really did military vehicles. Oh, maybe construction vehicles would be good. We did trucks, but I don't think I really drew any construction vehicle. I'm trying to think what's the most probably construction vehicle would be most. I'm trying to get better at drawing a lot of things because I need to get better. Oh, motorcycles. Ooh, that would be a tough one. Oof, motorcycles. Yikes. That would be tough. Enjoying the Monday watch. Oh, Nero Dragon. Well, thank you so much for watching. So you can't hear, but still encouraging. Well, giving you a heart. Thank you for watching. Appreciate you. I don't know if you can tell that I'm talking to you, so I'm just gonna send you a little heart. Happy to have you. Jufer, hello, you snuck right in there. How are you doing? Okay, let's see. You're not confident in the bison you did? That's okay, there's no pressure to share. I know that lots of people draw along but don't feel confident sharing. I've had people send me the drawings that their kids do along with me, which is always really cool. I used to be an elementary school art teacher, so it's always kind of fun to know that kids are drawn along. That is part of why I keep this family friendly, by the way, guys, so I do appreciate you guys all helping me with that when you post stuff that I share in warm-up art and stuff. Because, there are sometimes people who watch with their kids and draw along, and I want to make sure that this is a place that parents feel like they can hang out with their kids and it's not going to be anything crazy. I can't, you never know with raids. I do try to raid into family-friendly, work-safe stuff, but it is art Twitch, sometimes that's not the case. But at least what's on my screen, I try to keep it pretty low-key, so I appreciate all your help with that. But I've also got family that watches. I always make the joke that thank you guys for keeping it clean so that I don't have to have awkward conversations with family at the family reunions. Alright, as much as I wish I could keep drawing buffalo or bison, here's a really cool one. Look at this cool pose! Why didn't I find this pose earlier? This is the kind of pose I was looking for. What the heck? This one looks like fun. I'm gonna post this in the Discord if anyone else wants to draw it sometime. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and check out the drawings, and then we are gonna get on with our day. Motorcycles seem hard. Oh no, ad! Oh no! Sorry, I'm bad at Twitch. There's an ad. Well, we're just gonna chat for a few minutes. You know what? Let's take this opportunity to stretch. I haven't stretched in a while. Whew. Thank you for that lurk, Bickman. I do appreciate that. Pro streamer, guys. This is a pro streamer moment for sure. What is this link? What is this picture, Amaze? Is Treasure Planet steampunk or spacepunk? Ooh, that is a great question. I love that, but you probably can't hear my answer. I would call it both, personally. Oh, Wandering Rogue Art, thank you so much for that follow. Yeah, we do 3 minutes of ads. I need to update my ad alert so that I can have this communicated better, but we do 3 minutes of ads. Feel free to stretch and lower volume or whatever. I'm gonna stretch. So if you aren't in an ad and you'd like to stretch with me, I'm gonna do my carpal tunnel stretches now. I usually explain these pretty much every time we do them, but if you haven't stretched with me before, sorry, there's something weird on my watch. What the heck is that? Take your hand and kind of pull it toward you like this. I don't know who he is, Amaze. Who is that? Hold it for 10 seconds. Try and get your thumb in there too if you can. This is going to help you stretch out the whole tendon situation. Do some rotations. You can also rev the motorcycle. These are the ones that I found online that were supposed to be pretty helpful for that. I've also been told, like, if you're worried about arthritis, like if you're kind of, you can like do this. I don't know how helpful that is, but just like kind of stretching your fingers like that. Wiggling them, rotating them. You can do prayer pose. Quite a few. His name is Bison from the Street Fighter series. Oh, well, there you go. I never played Street Fighter, so I don't know these things. Anyway. I am going to leave it on this. I feel like these look okay. We'll just stay over here. These are fine. Alright, I think ads are cleaning up, guys. So let me get ready to show off the work. Oop, we got another artwork. We got one from Beats too. Thanks, Beats, for submitting and sharing. I'm excited to look at both of these. Okay, hold on one sec. Hey, Paradox Moose. Well, hey, I don't know if it is, but you have that cheese by your name, so that means you have the sturdiest of all ad blocks, at least on my channel. Thank you for having that. Alright. So I'm gonna switch over to the Discord here. Shoop. Wait, everything below Beats' shark socks can be... Oh, did we miss some from last week? Oh, Ink Monsters, thank you so much. So if you joined the Discord, this is the stream events. I don't know why that was open. Stream events section down here, warm-up art is the one that we'll be looking at. So I think we didn't show Nixon's boots on stream, according to my little note here. So I'm glad I wrote that, because I would have forgotten. We did a shoe study last week, so Beats did horseshoes, which I think is very funny. So let's look at Nixon's really fast. So you can always post any kind of warm-up here. It doesn't have to be like if you miss the live stream warm-up share and you'd still like to show off your warm-ups, you can always post that stuff in the warm-up art, and then I'll just show it at the end of stream. The whole point of this show and tell is to just encourage each other to like keep studying, keep observing, keep learning, stay curious, all that good stuff. So yeah, so we're gonna look. We did shoes last week, and Nixon, one of our art friends in the Discord, actually she was in chat earlier too, did this lovely shoe study of this boot. This is a very fancy boot indeed. I like that you did the little textures at these rivets. I actually don't know the names for all the parts of a shoe. I really like these details right here. Really, really nice. I wouldn't have thought to include those. So it's a good, I can tell you're really observing, because as I'm looking at this boot now, I'm like, oh yeah, it does have those there. Also, this shine is really hard to do. Well done. I always struggle a lot with the point of a shoe. Shoe structure is something, and foot, and like understanding the anatomy, I guess, of a shoe is something I need to work on. Just part of why we did shoes. I don't really draw a lot of clothes, but I'd like to get better at clothing design, so that's part of why we did this. But it looks great, Nixon. Thank you so much for sharing. I really appreciate that. Of course, you get some hearts and claps from me. And then moving on to Bison. I know Nixon does such a good job, right, Temper? Nixon's actually been streaming on my Discord every once in a while. Like I was saying earlier, if you're not quite ready for Twitch streaming, but you'd like to practice maybe streaming art or games, feel free to use the voice channel down here. There's the chat room for it, and then here's the voice chat. You can use that for streaming art, sharing videos, that kind of thing too. We also do movie nights sometimes, so if you ever want to pop into a movie night, I'd love to watch Prehistoric Planet with you guys sometimes, but I haven't figured out how to do that yet. Anyway, Paradox, you teach art part-time? Harlan loves art. Oh, that's so cool. Very cool. Salute to a fellow teacher there. It's not an easy job. Moose is good people. Yes, Moose is good people, I agree. These shoes suck. The shoe rules. I'm not a big fan of shoes either, but I do need to learn how to draw them. Spurs would have been a good one. My goal in life is to have at least one of those boots with rollerblade things. Wait. You mean wheelies, or are you talking about spurs? Oh, okay. So here's Amaze's Bison. This is that picture I wanted to draw
Nicely done, Amaze. See, Amaze drew it for me, so I don't have to draw. Look at the structure right here. This is fantastic. Love that big solid shape in the center. Did a really good job capturing the proportions. All look great. The shapes, like it feels very sturdy and very formed. Like I'm feeling how how three-dimensional this critter is. But I'm always a sucker for a good trunk, like a good torso of a creature. It's a good shape right here. Very, very nicely done. Yeah, love it. Love the movement too. You really got that forward motion down. This looks fantastic. This is a great study. Thank you so much for drawing along. Amazed. I appreciate it. And I love seeing it. Well done, sir. Well done. And then we have Beats down here. Ooh, got a pencil study and a color study. Very nice. Very nice, Beats. Yeah, I'm glad you could too. I hope everything's okay. Like I always say, Amaze, don't feel like you have to be here. If you got stuff you gotta take care of. This is an interesting Bison reference. What a unique angle. I do love in this, like I can see why you chose this, Beats, because this is like a really fun shape right here. You get that long stretch to kind of break apart big clumps of fur there, so you can really see the different segmented bits of the woolly bison fur. But yeah, nice job catching that, especially. Really good, nice job with the textures. The head shape's really good. The horn, this is like a really hard angle on this horn. You got that down. The proportion, distance between the eyes looks good. Like I can tell you're really trying to check the reference to make sure that you're getting the location of everything down. This is a tough one. I feel like this is not one I would know how to tackle, frankly, because I don't think I understand enough about what's going on under here to know what to emphasize in this drawing. The color study is interesting too, though. I think I like the value structure here. And you got that muscle, the leg shape. You're able to imply a lot with very little, which is pretty cool. Yeah, and I can tell you're really look like used to and attuned to finding these kinds of shapes. You do so much photorealism, Beats. I can really tell that you're a photorealistic artist here. Very nicely done. Couldn't do it justice. Oh, I actually really like it. I think you got the values up here, that like glow compared to like the darkness right here. You got that one down for sure. And again with this tough horn angle. And that nose looks so good. So shiny. The nose looks incredibly complete. Very nicely done. Well, thank you for sharing even if you didn't like it. You know, like we always, oh nice, I'm gonna have to save that reference. Thank you for sharing that reference, by the way. I'm probably gonna have to pin that. Maybe this is like a high level bison. What an interesting picture. I want to know more about the context of this. Why were there so many birds on this bison? I'll have to look that picture up. Very interesting. Well, welcome. Or, I mean, thank you, not welcome. Sorry. I'm a little sleep deprived today. Thank you so much for sharing, and thank you for sharing your reference. I'm gonna do some back searching on that. But yeah, if anyone posts below this is what we will show tomorrow at the end of the warm-up stream. Oh, you're gonna work on it some more. Nice. I look forward to seeing the rest of it. So tomorrow, let's talk about streams. Here is what I've got so far for this month. I'm not gonna be, there's gonna be oh, let me scoot that off. I actually don't want that to be, maybe I shouldn't share this month. Hold on. We will put it right here. Yeah. So Shark Week will be this week. So next week, I haven't really figured out the rest of the month. So we got tigers, horses, snakes. We got some special days coming up. I was thinking about doing domestic dogs down here, but I will post this calendar on my Discord. So if you have any suggestions, things you'd like to study, just let me know. Drop it in the stream events chat. I'll be taking suggestions in there. But for now, I am going to call it for now, and we're going to go find someone else to raid into and bring this Twitch art love someone else's way. Let's go find an artist streaming here on Twitch. Somebody hopefully doing something work safe. Let's see, following. Oh, Jay Stiller's on. We gave him a shout out earlier. Let's see who else is on, and if not, we might raid into Jay. We have not raided into Haver in a while. He is doing really intense illustration. Holy cow. Let me check and see what this is. It's been like over a month since we've raided into Haver. Of course, I'm stuck in an ad. But I think this might be stream safe, work safe, so yeah. Woo! That was such a nice follow. It was a little bit scary. Halentine, thank you so much for that follow. I appreciate that so much. Thank you. You guys are pushing me up on my little follower goal. Really appreciate that. And let's see. Okay. Oh yeah, this looks stinking awesome. Let's go right into Haver. He's doing some really cool like battle scene or something, but like artists like Haver are such a good example of like, I want to be able to be as versatile as this, like to be able to draw like environments and machinery and creatures and people and clothing and design. Like I want to do all those things. So let's go get inspired by what Haver's up to today. We're gonna give him a raid. Pass on some of this Twitch love. If you have time to hang out and say hi to Haver, please do. I met him through Chikuri a long time ago, actually, when I first kind of got into Twitch. So there's a little shout out for Haver. And Haver C123. There we go. That's his full name. But I'm gonna go Marine Mammal Rescue. Oh, sweet. I will, PJ. Thank you for the recommendation. Yeah, if you guys ever have recommendations on like artists I should be following or possible raid targets, just let me know. I don't do suggestions for the actual raid usually, unless I know the artist. But I like to vet the channel we're raiding into first, just to make sure it is, work safe and all that stuff. Safe space to bring a chat of various types. Oh no, is he ending? Oh no, shoot, hold on. How do we cancel the raid? Help. How do I do that? I think he's ending. Ah! Raid. How do I cancel it? Shoot. I think he's ending. Crap. Well, you guys should still go follow Haver. Hopefully he'll raid again soon. Or I mean, stream again soon. But let's actually switch it up and go raid into... Let's just go to Jay. Let's go to Jay Stiller. I said if I couldn't find anybody, that's who we would go to. Because he's always safe. Ooh! Wait, here's another cool artist doing a really beautiful sky painting. Let's read into this one. I haven't had a chance to catch them in a while, but they are a critter artist that you will like, Amaze. This is Some Artist, or Some Artist? Sorry guys, I'm being indecisive here. Some Artist, in case they cancel their stream as we go in. But let's go ahead and head that way, and I'll see you guys again at 4 p.m. tonight, or in like 4 hours. So if anyone wants to come back in 4 hours, I'll be painting on this piece probably later today. I want to finish, at least get this one a little bit closer to finish so that I can add it to my portfolio so that I can start submitting to agents this week. That's the goal. That's my goal right now. But anyway, thanks for drawing Bison with me, guys.